listening to the things I say. I've been thinking about how I let you down. Remember when I told you I thought that everything was gonna be okay? I wish I could go back, 'cause I'd change every single word and every mistake. Still can't